Hi, and welcome to the Market Alert for Monday, the 18th of September 2023. So let's kick off with the headlines. Crude was pumped to 10-month higher, stagflation scare slammed stocks and bonds, and stocks plummet amid quad witching as Fed looms, and futures flat on 3.4 trillion, triple witching as UAW strike begins. Wow, that's a lot of gambling derivatives, that is. Is today the start of VIX perfection? Well, what's the article talking about here? We spoke about this a few weeks ago, where we have some multi-year lows in volatility, and when we see that, we can expect the market to break out. VIX term structure moving higher on Friday is not the normal VIX you are supposed to see. Early signs of stress picking up. It's about time we had some volatility, to be honest with you. The dealers are short the VIX. Things could easily get a bit fluid should VIX prices move higher. And options that are expiring quickly or within a day. We've got trading in very short-term options continue to impress. That's because the volatility is low, but that's one way of getting what they call or becoming a widow maker when there's something comes out of nowhere. Happened to long-term capital in 1998. Selling daily at the money puts remains the winning strategy, and it works until it stops. Exactly. So, an interesting one. It's working while it works, but if the volatility is allowed to pick up, then we could see one hell of a mess. What could possibly go wrong? Exactly, that is the question. So, Goldman Sachs advises buying VIX calls over SPX puts as the EQ move model indicates that there is favourable pricing for upside asymmetry. Well, what that boils down to is if the volatility is implied or VIX are at multi-year lows, then it's a bit of a no-brainer. The only problem is it can be easily manipulated because you can sell the VIX futures to keep the pressure down just as much as you can in manipulating the price of the metals as well by doing the very same thing. This way it keeps the stock market buoyant if you're short on the options on the volatility index. And they did this from 2012, which gave us the rally from that period. I covered this many years ago in the alert. So let's have a look at the economic news for today. Well, it's nothing today. Tomorrow we've just got building permits and then the UK CPI numbers on Wednesday at 7 a.m. and that's forecast to increase from 6.8 to 7.1. Fed funds rate also unchanged. This is going to be interesting. If this is the case, then it's going to be like Lagarde's preemptive strike on Thursday of last week when she said that she didn't foresee any further rate increases in the ECB funding rate, which sent the market to the upside. It wasn't ballistic, but it certainly made an impression and caught a lot of traders unawares. After that, we haven't really got much to speak of. The main items are going to be UK CPI on Wednesday and also the Fed funds rate. But it's expect to rally off the Dow and all stocks if he comes out at 7 p.m. and says that he's keeping rates unchanged. And he's got his press conference at 7:30 p.m. there as well. But let's have a look at Friday. What an interesting, well, you could say boring day until the Dow tanked later on. Never seen anything like it as far as sideways is concerned. Like I say, zero volatility on this one during the day session. Certainly for the whole of Europe, a bit different for the US, but it took the US to wake the markets up out of their slumber that certainly was well entrenched by lunchtime of Friday's trading session. So let's kick off, have a look at the Dow. So in the Dow, you can see there that the markets moved lower. It did a straight reversal on Thursday's activity, up a bit on the overnight. So what does this look like on an intraday basis? Well, here's the sideways move. I mean, we barely moved 30 points on the Dow, and then all of a sudden we start to move lower, and that came at 2 o'clock, and then just continued all the way down. So we've got this cascade moving the markets down. It spiked up the volatility from 9,965 and up to 1017 it was. I haven't got the chart to hand, so it was just a small uptick. But there you can see there. So overnight, we're off the lows, we're off above the close. We've got the 200 MA, the 50 EMA, and the DP in the way there. So we'll see whether the market can get through this area or not. In the German DAX, as you can see, a very narrow bar for Friday. The market sideways there overnight as well, but above the 50 EMA at the moment. There's the move. We had a bit of a move, and then the market just stuck in a sideways range, and then eventually came down, but didn't come down until 2 o'clock. Then it traded sideways once more, and then continued lower. Up nowhere near Friday's low at the moment, certainly just above the close, but heading back there. It's got the 20 MA and 50 EMA in the way there. Stopped at the DP, so a bit of weakness around there for this market as well. And in the S&P 500, there you can see that we've got a straight reversal there on Friday, taking out the previous day's low, but bouncing off the 50 EMA overnight at the moment. There again, you've got the cascade down after the US opened. In the FT 100, managing to trade above the 7723, but then coming back with the weakness in the Dow, but up on the overnight there once more as well. And there's the sideways move of the FT 100. As you can see, they're very sideways, and then down just slightly, down to the close and up to the DP. So stuck in a bit of a channel for this market at the moment. In the US dollar, mixed on Friday, sideways and down on the overnight at the moment as well. So let's have a look at the metals, see how they've reacted to this. So silver up on Friday, trying to move up overnight. If the dollar continues to move to the downside, we will get a bit of a bounce to the upside there in the silver market. At the moment it's a 50% retracement, 62 you've got the averages there as well. The market will do its best to get above the 200, but it likes to try and keep it below it as far as the manipulation is concerned there. You can see sideways for this market as well. On Friday, not much activity in there at all. And overnight, Asia again, the market moving to the upside. In the gold market, also up, trading to 50% as well. Got the 200 MA in the way with the 62% retracement there as well. And 30-minute gold was sideways till we had the economic news from the US. Market shot up, but then it soon was sold into and up in Asia towards Friday's high there. And in the gold-silver ratio, silver a bit more active than gold as it's moving sideways to lower there on the gold-silver ratio. For me, they're still going to try and pump the markets to the upside as far as the dollar is concerned, but that won't happen until Wednesday. If they leave it unchanged, though, then you'll see a pump in the metals. Okay, that's it for this one. The market's got to make its own direction today, so we'll see what happens. And with that, as ever, thanks for watching. See you in the next.